I get why she did it. She didn't want him to go through a whole spiel of his intro and then be like, "Oh."
Oh no. If you didn't see Ice's vote, he'll join us later. So, any questions before we get started?
Nothing from my end.
Nope.
No? Cool. Cool. Let's play a game. No. Wow, I'm super zoomed out. Also, we have no idea where you are.
Probably
Your token should
somewhere
be
over
on
here.
Bay's End. You're somewhere over the rainbow. Off the map. Yeah, so we wrapped up some stuff that happened to Aiden, and then we talked with Yom, who got you with Zestra, and Zestra warped you someplace. Tee-hee, and at the very least, Yom seemed surprised wherever you were, and you killed a dragon. You killed a dragon!
Ice did not share his visions with everybody.
Yam is like, holy shit! Oh, he turns to the rest of you guys. He's like, I am so sorry. That is not what it was supposed to be. Something quite a bit simpler. Quite a bit simpler.
Did we pass then?
Oh, yes, and he's kind of looking around just to see if anything else is around. He's kind of like a little bit dismissive when he says, "Oh, yes, by all means, yes." That was absolutely remarkable. And then you hear a laugh. Yam turns around slowly, narrow eyes, and he's looking around the cave. I suppose you could make a perception check. What are you looking for?
I suppose so.
Okay, yeah. Roll perception. My brain. Yeah. Nice. You don't see anything, but you do hear a few shuffles of some steps on a ledge up above. Nope, you don't see anything. But Yam yells out, Zestra! Is that you? Yes, it's me. And then she shows her face up on a ledge. That wasn't that bad, was it? Could have given me warning. Well, that would have taken all the fun out of it. After all, it was her fault, looking at you, Alani. I have no idea what you did. It got me involved with my sisters again, made me answer their call. little fun for whatever it is that forced me to do that. Oh. Yes, yes. What does that mean? Oh, that's good, I guess. I may have you to thank in hindsight. And oh, she misty steps down to your level, starts walking towards you. I'm not quite sure though. Depends on whether whatever it is you did led to the death of the leader of my order, Hashinestra. She's walking towards you slowly. Hashinestra. Yes. Yes. And she's... Well then, perhaps we can discuss the particulars at a later time, but if it's at least a partial yes, then I definitely have you to thank. My connection with the Order has been somewhat lessened since that happened, so as far as I'm concerned, that's a good thing. Well, technically I'm still one. You hate me, so... Yes, he does. So, Yom, are they suitable? Good enough in your eyes? Oh, yes, yes, of course, as if that needed to be asked in the first place, and by all means. Very well. Yom said you may be needing of some services from me. Is that right? And you want me to get you there, do you? Yeah, I can do that, but there's a price, of course. Nothing too much. A girl has to make a living, you know.
Name it.
Well, first off, I'll say that I think I can get you straight to High Shallow Homes. I can get you close. There's a person I know there, name's Kabulda. She's a excitable figure. You'll like her, I'm sure.
I feel that's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh, Kabulda Oakencoat. She's generally familiar with the area down there, so it might be a good stopover for you. So given that, let's see. My price is for me to read one of your palms. Information, insight, secret.
All right, then. Easy. Read mine.
Submit. She reaches out, takes your hand, begins tracing on your palm, feeling. I have no idea what dragonborn hands look like.
Look at it's just a scaly hand. You don't have to dig too deep into it.
Sweet. And she starts going, yes, I see.
Yes. Yeah, why the hell not? We're standing in the cave with them. Yep. Considering your dream at least potentially became reality. But I mean, if this is a currency for her, maybe you don't have to be so quick to want it.
And Zestra continues saying, yes, indeed. And then she looks up from the palm to Sajath and then kind of withdraws a little bit and kind of pats down her own body a little bit as she backs away with a little bit of a squinted eye. Very interesting, she says. Okay, that'll do. So here's the deal. I can get you to where you want to go now, and then I can get Yom and myself back to Bay's End, but only us two at that point.
Feel that's fine. We have ways of traveling. It's just it has to be known, and we don't know where we're going. That's why we stick to you.
Excellent. Well, are any of you studying in the arcane ways?
Aye.
And a little bit of advice. Wherever you go, take a little bit of that place along with you. And she kind of pats a little pouch on the side, hanging from the side of her dress. Anyway, it helps get you back there should you ever need to. Chukabuldas?
Before we go, where are we now?
Well, if you want to find that out, maybe have your dragonborn friend here pick up a rock. You can come back later if you wish.
So Jeff will do exactly that. He
Are
will
we?
walk over to a wall and using his dagger, like carve a piece of it and stow it away.
Alrighty.
Are we near the dragon?
Reasonably close to it, yeah.
Well, during all this conversation, Lurgen would have been pacing back and forth, like angrily, but like slowly calming down. And during the pacing, I'd like to have him be checking out the dragon, see if we can actually get anything from it. And if you'll allow, be casting Aura of Vitality as well.
Ah, you bet. Aura of Vitality. I love it. Righto. So with regard to checking out that dragon, is there anything in particular you want to try to pull off of this thing?
How big is the horn?
Uh, Good question. I'd say it's probably maybe about 2 feet front to back and 18 inches tall or so. 18 inches high, tall, whatever.
So massive is what you're saying.
Pretty big, yeah.
Pretty massive. If I could get like a sizable piece of it,
Okay.
maybe scales. I don't know if we could get claw. Yeah, like maybe a piece of the horn, scales, and claws.
Sure. I will allow either an Arcana check here or a Dexterity check.
All right. Since I'm holding my lesser quarterstaff of the acrobat, do I get advantage on dexterity checks?
I don't know. What's the item say?
I remember reading it. Where'd it go?
I just don't remember anything. Me too.
No, I remember the dexterity aspect of it. I just don't know where it is.
Looks like it's on acrobatics checks.
Yeah. Dexterity acrobatics. Okay. I tried.
So no, unfortunately, the
Yep,
quarterstaff will not help you extract stuff from
Okay.
your creature.
So you said either dexterity or arcana?
Arcana.
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't matter then. Awesome. Sure. Yep, that checks.
Okay. All right. Well, it's not too hard to ping away a small chunk of the horn itself. But with regard to the other stuff, while this other conversation is happening, you're able to collect 7 gold pieces worth of information or of shit, of material from this in the form of scales or whatever you'd like, unless you had some other potential purpose for it.
That just seemed wasteful, leaving it all here.
Anything else for anybody else?
Can I walk over to the kobold that had the most dress to him and run his pockets?
Sure. He's gone. Damn it. Deleted him.
Damn. He got raptured.
Here he is. He's got a long sword. It's probably not worth anything, and a heavy crossbow that seems to have broken when he died. Yeah, that's it, unfortunately.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Later, you do start to hear what sounds like skittering and snorting coming from a tunnel leading off from this place.
Does it sound far? A tunnel
Tough
leading up?
tough to say. Bouncing off the walls of the tunnel. It seems that Zestra also hears it, though.
What do you suppose that is?
The number of kobolds you killed isn't as many as something like this dragon would have. They might be coming this way.
So we should
guess-
get going?
I suggest we leave.
Do you need time to prepare your ability?
Nope.
All right.
Everybody gather.
We gather.
3, 2, 1. Oh. Okie dokie, and you're out of this place, out of the hot, dry air of that cave you were in, and now it's nice and cool again, more of what you're used to. And you can see up on a hill what looks like a little hut built into the hill. Ancestor turns to you and grabs Yom's hand, and she says, "That's Kubulda right up there. Have a good time. Let me know if you need anything else." And the both of them disappear. There is a bit of smoke coming from this place, as if from a chimney billowing out the top of that grassy hill. There's also a sweet scent on the air, and it smells like cinnamon rolls.
Ooh. I guess we should go knock. I'm gonna walk up the hill.
Walk up the hill, and there's a small wooden fence with a vegetable garden inside of it, a nice gravel path leading through and up to a heavy oak door set into the hillside. You can now see that there's actually 2 chimneys, one with, or both of them with smoke coming out of them. To the left and the right of the oak door, you see some small wooden windows with glass. One of them is opened outward on a hinge, and a sheer curtain gently billows in and out. You can hear humming coming from the inside.
Knock, knock.
There's a small head pokes out the window. Who's there? Find it.
Hello? Are you Kabulda?
You see? There she is. A curly-haired little dwarf woman
Oh my god, she's
with
adorable.
a big smile on her face. I'm Kabulda. I have visitors today. I have visitors. Just a second, she pops back in. The door opens. Well, who might you be?
Oh, I'm Alani,
Alani.
and this is Aiden, who's being very quiet
Aiden?
right now for some reason.
Lairdrin.
Leandrin? Mm-hmm.
So, Jeff,
Yeah, very nice to meet you. Won't you come in? Come in. I've got some cinnamon rolls. They're about to come out of the oven. I can make some tea. Come in. It's so rare I get visitors.
Okay.
All right, so you all head inside. The air is warm, dry, carrying the faint scent of earth and stone with smoke, which is mostly covered by the sweet smell of cinnamon. You see some smooth stone walls curve gently overhead, only up to about 6 feet high. Um, so it's a low ceiling, reinforced with thick timber beams, etched with what look like some runes. Interestingly enough, there's a warm orange glow spilling from the hearth, crafted from some rough cut stones. Flames are crackling beneath a heavy iron kettle. There's a single upholstered rocking chair and a small table sat in front of the fire. And in the chair, you see what looks like a cat, a tabby cat, except there's 6 legs and 2 tails, kind of curled up on the chair. The floor is covered in woven rugs faded with age, and shelves line the walls stocked with mugs, tools, carved stone trinkets, jars of preserved mushrooms and vegetables. There's another small room that opens up off to the right, with a small but very comfy looking bed with quilts, patchwork quilts, and then another room appearing to be a kitchen can be seen to the left beyond this main room. Come on in, come. I don't have much space, but you will need to watch your head. You are all quite tall. this home was built for me. But I'm sure you can make yourselves comfortable on the floor. Warm yourselves by the fire. It's still a little chilly this morning. How are you? What brings you this way? She kind of scurries off into the kitchen, checking up on stuff.
We're actually on our way to High Shallow Haunt, but I pull out my map. Mappity schmappity. Could you point on my map to where we actually are right now?
Oh, just yes. She kind of opens up a door to the oven, looks in a little bit. Just a few more minutes, okay. Closes the door and kind of rushes back out to you. Let's see here. We are. We are. Right about there. Just off the main path between Bay's End and Tarrytown. Not too far from that forest that you mentioned. Why the hell would you want to go there?
A friend of mine is headed that way.
I see. Okay.
And we're trying to intercept him before he does something silly. We couldn't catch him when he left, so...
No. And what sort of silly thing is this person trying to do?
Well, we're not exactly sure about that.
We just know that he hired some croons to accompany him, and we're just mostly, I guess, worried for him.
Well, hopefully they're of strong mind. That forest is known to turn people around and whatnot, kind of mess with your senses. And she's back in the kitchen, kind of opening up the door to the oven every few seconds just to see if the rolls are done.
Man, I had something I wanted to say, but it just flew out of my brain. It was gone. It's gone.
Probably keep a dream catcher in your room then. I'm looking around in her house proper. Like, does she seem like she leaves often? Or is it like, this is obviously a house of someone who is permanently sequestered here?
That's a tough thing to answer, what would you be looking for to try to determine that?
I guess one of the bigger things is like hoarder trends, like too many things that don't make sense, overstocked on spices that you would need, that sort of thing.
Um, I would say that generally speaking, it looks like she lives a life of what's the word? Not a life of plenty, but someone who kind of scrapes by a little bit better than scraping by.
Comfortable, like she's comfortable.
Yeah, borderline.
Humble
comfortable.
hermit.
Like one bad harvest and she might die or something like that.
Oh my god.
If like her entire vegetable patch got destroyed, like she'd probably have to like hike up to base end or something. She could.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no real indications of like like being forced to stay here or crazy town.
Yeah, like
kind of
it was
person.
apparent when there's only one cat, right? Like if it was like at least 5, maybe 6, maybe borderlining there.
Hey, Kabulda, what kind of a creature is that?
It's a cat.
I'm pointing at her cat.
It's a cat.
Why does it have that many legs? And
I don't know.
2
Why do
tails?
other cats only have 4?
I guess that's a good question.
Briggle Whisk, get down. Briggle Whisk, come over
Ow.
here. Let them one of them sit in the chair. And the cat hops down, tails going back and forth.
Aiden's gonna sit in the chair.
Well, while we're waiting for your deliciously smelling cinnamon rolls, we had a little bit of a run-in with some trouble before we got here. So would it be fine if we consider spending the night in your humble abode? It won't be for free either. If you need help around, I'm sure that we can scrounge around about whatever you need.
I mean, if you could make room, there's barely enough for you guys to lay down.
It's fine. We're used to sleeping in tight quarters.
We could also just stay outside.
But yes, you're welcome to stay. By all means. I'm not sure I could necessarily feed you, but
You wouldn't need to. We have our own rations.
oh, great. I'm happy to give you, some of these cinnamon rolls, but otherwise, have to make sure that I have enough for the lean times,
Understandable. Times can get rough out all of a sudden. No, we understand.
Well, I think the rolls are done. And she pulls them out and starts kind of cutting them up and everything, and grabs a couple of plates, small plates, and takes four of the rolls and puts them on plates and brings them out to you. Hoping that you will take them. They're, not that big. They're dwarf-sized cinnamon rolls.
They're like cinnamon. There's like cinnamon minis.
And grabs one for herself as well, and just kind of sits in the doorway to the kitchen, cross-legged, and starts blowing on hers.
So
Still really hot. Watch your mouth.
So Jeff just raw dogs it.
The whole thing.
Whole thing. Whole tiny thing.
I should have gotten you to bake them.
That's a good question. Do you bake?
I mean, it's all a science. As long as they follow a recipe, I should be fine.
So your friend, in between bites, going into the forest. What's he going there for?
He's looking for a druid.
Oh, Valus. He seeks Valus.
Yes? What do you know of him?
Oh, I've heard of him. Let's see. You had the map, right? Let me see that map.
Pull it out.
I've never been there myself, but let's see. I can tell you what I've heard. Old Kabulda's got a mind like a chap. So if you go back down onto the main path you came from, the main road, and then just head. There's another path that kind of goes a little bit to the east that heads to the forest. And then it ends. Basically, it ends at the edge of the forest. If you just keep walking in that same direction, eventually you should find a tree with white leaves. It's a very odd-looking tree with white leaves. And then from there, you turn. It was northeast, so just to the left a little bit. If you're just going lefty-righty, and then you want to just kind of go in that direction and be on the lookout for a crumbled old stone tower. And then once you find that, you want to kind of turn a little bit to the right. So mostly going east, southeast a little bit. And eventually you'll come to a stream, and that should lead to a very distinctive triple waterfall. It's like 30 feet high or so, falling over a cliff. And then once you hit that, just turn straight north. And then you should see the hut where Valus lives. Or lived, at least.
He's not there anymore?
Well, he might be. I don't know. I've never been.
Oh, I see.
This is kind of old information I have. White leaves, stone tower, waterfall.
Got it.
Cool. And she kind of marks a general location inside of High Shallow Haunt on your map, like a circle.
Just a big circle surrounding the entire thing.
Like I said, the place has a tendency to turn people around and make them get lost, so best to keep your wits about you. She takes a big bite of her cinnamon roll.
I'm gonna eat mine now that it's cooler.
Oh.
Yeah, we do appreciate the help.
Oh, thank you, yeah. Well, some of my last cinnamon. It's good to share. I'm happy to do so.
Well, like we said, we can help you around, for at least today.
You can weed the garden. You can fix the window. You could put some whitewash on the lentils. You could reinforce the walls above the hut. You could fix the hinge on the front door, and you could repair some of the stone path outside.
I actually have a question about your home.
Yeah?
Do you practice the arcane? And I'm pointing at the ceiling beams with the arcane symbols on them.
No, those are just decorative.
Decorative? They're not functional?
No. Do you speak Dwarvish?
No.
Does anybody speak Dwarvish? Aiden speaks Dwarvish.
I can ritual cast, though it be able to read Dwarvish.
Aiden, sitting in the chair, says, Eleni, that's just the alphabet in Dwarvish.
Oh, thanks. That's interesting.
His nose bleeds a little.
Do you guys have any plans for Ice Dawn? That's coming up soon.
I think we're gonna go to Zarzith.
Ooh, Zarzeth.
That's where I'm from, and my brother he's also away from home and he's visiting, so I'm gonna use it as an opportunity to meet up with him again.
My goodness, I've never been to Zarzeth, so cancel everything I said about fixing up around here. I just want to hear everything there is to hear about Zarzeth from this red dragonborn.
I would like to know more about your home too.
Sure thing, boss.
I was not intending to be that for that to be like big old RP everything.
just to help me in my estimation on what to say. What we talked about months and months ago, how much did you take from that?
Wait, what? You're gonna have to be more specific.
Like whenever we were talking about like the composition of Zarksif and we were like spitballing ideas.
Oh, like all of it.
All of it? Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. I just didn't know because we kind of ended that there, and since I wasn't expecting to be any time talking about this, I kind of just stopped thinking about it. So Jeff starts talking about his home. He talks about how it is sequestered on top of what seems to be a very large hill, but it's only a hill getting to it. As soon as you're there, it looks like any metropolitan city, if metropolitan was a word that exists here. He would explain that all types of dragonborn seem to live there, not only the common chromatic or the metallics, they also happen to be gem-colored dragonborn there. But because of their heavy expanse on their hold on a lot of city-states, states, etc., there is a large amount of people still, of other races, all kinds of races that live in Sarksif. It's just that the vast majority is Dragonborn. He would then move on to briefly explain how the composition of the entire city of Sarksif is divided by 3, composed on a division between metallic, chromatic, and gem draconic flavor to it. There's Metalli Centrum, which is the southwest quarter, and it's the home of the Royal Palace. And there's the Chroma Plaza. Some call it the Chroma Quarter. It's a little bit smaller, but it's where most of the financial things of financial-esque side of Sarksif is. So if you're seeking for a marketplace, that's where it is. Then there's the Gem Clutch, which is basically, for the most part, it's where research, libraries, like wizard towers left and right happen to be. And he'll briefly mention then that that's where his parents would go to work, but that he lived in the Chroma Quarter. He would mention what everybody else tends to know, that to the east and to the west, there's the 2 lakes. One is Sargus, one is Catril. That's why they get the name. And I think he'll finish it with mentioning what they both know, is that soon once... sorry, alarm. That soon they're going to be inaugurating some sort of obsidian obelisk, and that's going to be like the biggest thing during the winter event that's going to happen. But that he hasn't been home for a long time to know their current goings.
I can't wait to visit.
That's as much bird bones as I can put it without going into too much of a ramble, I believe. Was that enough to sate your curiosity, ma'am?
Oh, we have all day. So I'm just going to ask question after question and stuff more of these cinnamon rolls down your face.
Well, that's fine. These are very lovely, by the way. Didn't get a chance to say it.
Well,
I have a question for
sure.
you.
What's up?
Do you know the song "It's a Long Way from Tarrytown"?
Let's see.
You're rolling for it.
I think I remember it. Yeah. I think I remember hearing it in a pub.
Damn, it's a pop song.
Why do you ask?
It was just we found. Oh, where was it? In Nartham's Cradle, there was a note from a dwarf who had been there, and he left the sheet music behind, and it's a dwarf thing, and I thought maybe you would know the song. And do you think it has any significance to a dwarf, or do you think it means it's just a nice song from where they came from?
The expression on her face turns a bit cold. No. Notham's Cradle, you say?
Yes.
And she kind of swallows hard.
Like audibly hard? Like gulp?
Yeah, a little bit of a gulp.
Okay.
Why? I didn't mean to upset you.
Just memories.
Do you want to share?
No, don't worry yourself with it, dearie. It's okay.
Insight check. Is it okay? It's not okay. I don't need to insight check that. I know it's not.
Does anybody want another cinnamon roll? What about you? Wolf pack leader thing? Question mark?
Lairdrin,
You look hungry. Yes.
I
they're-
appreciate it. It was tasty, but I'm okay. I think you
They're
should
not
enjoy.
good. Oh, okay.
They're delicious, but I want you to enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Do you want anything else? Maybe some jerky or I
Yep.
have some berries.
I'll take some jerky, please.
She motions up just on a shelf to the left of to the right, excuse me, of the fireplace.
Stand up to get it. Instantly hit my head.
Barely have to. Yep. Watch your head. Watch your head.
Oof. Not to prod, but about Nartham's Cradle. Your memory. Is it personal? Hurt? Would it hurt to remember and tell us? Or
Malcolm's Cradle was the last place my husband went to explore, find riches, like he always promised.
and he didn't return?
He never came back. No.
I'm sorry.
Shit, I fucking sold that gold ring. But
You dingus.
look, It didn't have any meaningful, like, anything on it. He just said
Mhm.
it's a gold ring.
Why?
Well,
What a bitch.
right?
I think we owe her to pick up a stone and return with it if we can.
We don't need that. I have this key that I picked up in Eartham's cradle. And we still haven't figured out what it
What?
goes to.
Talking about to return with the ring, but
Oh, yeah, to here? Yeah.
kind of jerky is this?
Moose.
I thought so.
No,
Tasty.
my bad. It's elk.
Same thing, really.
I agree.
You know, it is kind of early in the day. Could we at least go down to the road and see if maybe we can, like, if Tullian passes us by, or... I mean, it's...
They
He
would
was...
still be days away. I don't think they're anywhere near.
How many hexes is it in a day? 3?
Yeah. For normal walking.
Yeah, he might be nearby. He could be.
Nothing says we can't just do a little recon of the roads just to make sure there's nothing weird.
Yeah, you guys figure out what you want to do. I am going to BRB.
Okay.
And, yeah.
I mean, nothing says we can't come back here to rest for the night. I would just feel... I would like to stay by the road in case he comes by, maybe.
Can help do that. Like we have anywhere else to go.
Aiden's totally, like, stuffing all the extra cinnamon rolls in his face. I feel like he's the one among us who really likes sweets, considering he got that donut.
I wouldn't share it.
Exactly.
We just have to be careful. Like, we just got done fighting a dragon, for fuck's sake.
I know.
I would still rather For one, not wait for them. And two, not even let them near if we do find it.
Well, the main thing I was worried about was Tullian's safety, so...
Lonnie, I get it. But that should be the last thing in your mind right now.
Why?
Especially because of the vision we had. Like, why else is he so obsessed with finding this guy?
I mean, I know you're right. The tidal wave is... I can't stop thinking about it.
Like I said before in Bay's End, you have to be ready. He can be your mentor, he can be your best friend. But if he disaligns with what we know is the right thing to do, you need to be ready.
I just need you to help me identify what's wrong with him. Because there's something affecting him. He's not himself. I know it. I know he's not himself.
What I said still stands. If he is himself and he's being blackmailed, there's nothing we can do.
I know. And I'll cross that bridge when we come to it, but...
You need to be ready now. We don't know how soon we will be able to see this dread happen. You can't just say we get to the bridge when we get to it, when it could be literal 6 hours from now, 2 hours from now.
It could be.
It could be right now, a minute from now.
Then I would deal with it then. Believe me, Sajeth, I'm prepared for the worst.
I don't think you are, and I think that's the problem.
What do you think is the worst?
Do not think for a second that if he threatens your life again, that I won't blow him to smithereens. I held myself back 2 times. I won't stand for a third.
He's not... He never threatened my life.
He was forcing to take you away against your will. I feel that's pretty threatening to one's health.
If he was doing what I think he was, it was just... It wasn't as bad as you think, but it was manipulation. Which is...
And you're trying to
equally
rationalize it because you still think he's the same person. He's clearly not.
I think something's affecting him. He's not himself. I don't have the ability to figure out what that is.
You think I do? That I can get close to a person that is hysterical at best for 11 minutes to be able to dictate what's wrong with him? That I can detect a magic that's affecting him and get a vague answer as to what it is affecting him? There is no easy way to dictate that. There's not.
We could just talk to him.
That
We're
worked
already
fine
out here,
3
and-
times. Understand where I'm coming from.
I know.
You tried 2 times, 2 different attempts to get something out of it, and he gave the same response, robotic, automatic, like from a script.
That's why I know he's not himself. Something happened to him. believe me, I am prepared to not let him get closer to that goal. I don't want him to die. I don't want us to be the one to kill him.
Laergen, what's your take?
I think we don't have enough information to threaten his life. We have the ability to protect Alani from him. I can see where she's coming from. He was a mentor to her, so she would know him better than us.
Doesn't seem that way anymore.
I think that's why her pleas are to figure out what has changed. Whether if it's actually the man or someone controlling him.
I'm back. Okay, so did you guys decide what you want to do?
Yeah, we're gonna go down to the road and just kind of hang out and see if anybody passes. And then if not, we'll come back up here for the evening.
Okay. All right. You spend the day, I guess.
Hoping that Tolian shows up.
Watching the road in both directions, and there is one small caravan that passes, going from the south to the north. It looks like a merchant convoy, and as they approach you, the lead on a horse kind of gives you a nod. It says, "Good day." Dwarf on a horse.
What horse?
I give him a little wave.
Looks like there's 4 people. This convoy, 2 on horses and 2 riding in a seat atop a wagon, dragging a cart full of stuff.
All dwarf?
What's that?
They're all dwarves?
3 dwarves and 1 human.
And you said they're merchants? Or they look to be
Sort of.
merchants?
What it looks like, yeah.
Hey, are you merchants?
Indeed, we are.
What are you selling?
Oh, we've got a whole lot of honey and some other vegetables from Terrytown area down south, taking it up to Bay's End.
You said you have honey?
Got a whole lot of it.
Could I buy some?
You're kind of under contract already.
Oh.
Make a persuasion check.
That's a 28.
28 is good enough. I suppose I could part with some of it. You're just looking for a jar?
A jar or 2, yeah.
Yeah, I could give you a jar. How does 1 gold sound for a jar of honey?
That sounds great. I will happily pay a gold for a jar of honey. Where's this honey from?
You take 2 for 2?
Huh?
You take 2 jars for 2 gold?
Yes, I will give 2 gold for the honey.
Merton, bring 2 jars out for this young lady. These from Riley's. Riley's Bee Farm, if you're familiar with it.
I'm not, but I've heard of it. I think I've heard of it. Have we heard of it?
Best honey in Numnamia.
I feel like we've heard it by passing.
Yes, we did hear about it because it was where Ami got her honey for the honey mead or something like that.
That's what it was.
Was it that?
That's what it was. I believe so.
Okay.
And one of the dwarves climbs into the back of the cart and pulls out a couple of smaller jars of honey, probably 8 ounces or so.
Awesome.
Thank you kindly.
No, thank you.
Safe
Best
travels
be
up
on our
north.
way.
Riley?
And that's all you see for the whole day.
Okay.
While we're doing essentially nothing akin to a long, multiple short rests, could I count one of them as a short rest? And can I, in this time, attune and not attune to however many things I'm able to swap around?
Sure. You guys are taking the whole day. You can take as many short rests as you want, basically.
I'll sing a song of rest for one of those things. I'll just be strumming on my lute the whole day, I guess.
Roll me a performance check.
Because it's been 24 hours since I gave up the book, so it is the
Good to go.
is the conditions met that I can attune a third thing?
Well, it doesn't matter, Epic, because I am
You're
not
uncursed
I'm not
for the
I'm not
day.
cursed today. So
Cursed. So Jath, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think you guys spent at least 6 hours out here.
Persuasion.
Okay.
Oops, that
Okay.
was not performance, but it's the same modifier except it's +2. So it's actually a 32.
I don't think we're gonna need the staff, so I'm gonna attune to that for now. Yeah. All right. And then there is one more hit die.
Also, Aura of Life, if you hadn't done that yet.
Oh yeah, he did
if you-
cast that.
If you want to do that.
Or a vitality.
Yeah.
Right. My bad.
Oh, hold on. Let me roll
Aura
my
of hit points.
You want me to roll those out?
No, it's fine this time.
I figured. That's why I didn't even mention it, because I figured we'd be short resting, so.
Hold on. Let me find my thing for the short rest. There it is. 1d6. It's a 5.
Not bad. And then I'm going to
I figure give, like, I don't know, 15 to 20 HP per
I
for
don't
the
need it.
aura of vitality.
I don't need any.
I'm just saying hit dice wise, but okay. Fuck me then.
Well, I
guess.
didn't get hit really.
I'll give Aiden 20.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
works.
I did get hit, but Alani used like a 4th level fucking something, and she got me pretty high.
Yeah, I think I was the only one that really. Aiden did take a lot of damage, but I think I was the only one that really got fucked up.
I mean, I got fucked up too. It's just that I was immediately resistant to the damage, so I didn't take as much as I could have.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was down to, I think, 11 HP at one point.
Ow.
Yeah, I remember that. I was freaking the fuck
Yeah,
out.
Because I was the target of the dragon for the most part, because
Mhm.
either Lairdrin was just out of reach, so he wasn't a threat.
Well, it wasn't that he was out of reach, it was that the dragon was out of reach of him.
Well, it was something. It doesn't really matter.
It was you
Because
attacked.
he wasn't attacking him even after, or even before. Because I had attacked him big first, and I kept also targeting him over anybody else for the most part. During this time as well, I recovered with Arcane Recovery. I recovered a third and first, and I am going to use a first to resummon Mint using the Hocus Pocus Everlasting Incense.
Nice. Mint appears. Yeah. Cool. Right on.
I feel like this is as good a time as any to get him back.
And then we spend the night with the dwarf lady. Oh, one of these jars of honey is going to the dwarf lady. I'm gonna go up there
My
and
goodness.
give it to her.
Oh, well, that's wonderful. Thank you so very much.
No problem.
Packed with sugar. Energy. That's what I call it.
I agree.
Good for warming a soul up on a cold day. Speaking of cold, would any of you like any tea? We could mix some of this new honey into it.
Sure.
Honey tea sounds great.
She makes up some tea with honey.
Yay!
Anything else you would like to do this evening?
Would it be a good idea to fuck with the discs and the rod here?
Always.
Always. I approach Lairdrin. Say, hey. So I've been itching to put those things together. The Kefia Benda.
Yeah, me too. Maybe I don't expect anything to happen, but maybe we shouldn't do it in her house, right? Just in case.
Yeah, just in case, I would say the same. I'll mention to Aiden and Alani our intent, and whether they want to come or not.
I'm
He still
coming.
plans on leaving with Lairdrin
I'm coming.
to experiment with the Ketjal Benda.
Aiden's also coming with, cause why not?
Aiden sits blankly with a
He's T-posing.
strange
He's
spinning circle
T-posing.
over his head.
Cinnamon roll half in his mouth.
Okay, so the three of you head outside into the very cool evening air.
Nice.
Very cool. Motherfucker, it's December.
Anyways, with
We'll look for-
Lairdrin's help, we'll go try to find a place that is
Little alcove clearing.
Sure, yeah, you can find that. Great.
and then based on how our super dear little friend Yorick explained how they're supposed to fit together with Lairdrin's help. start assembling it in such a way.
Okay.
The same way, just put the metal disc in the bottom first.
Hey, yeah. um, yeah. So, if it wasn't clear from what I wrote before, it's kind of like there is a top and bottom, very easily discernible in this thing, with a big metal notch that fits into the edge of the disc. So you can orient each of the discs like any of 6 ways, like corresponding to the 6 pie slices, and it's very clear, based on the construction of this, that like there's that I don't know. There's like a symbol on the little notch that's at the top of the housing, like
The
basically
compass.
the north, for lack of a better term.
Mhm.
And so in each of those 2 discs, 2 of the pie slices are glowing, one brightly, one darkly, or dimly. So how would you like to assemble it, is the question.
So having a hard time imagining it in my head. But is it possible to
So-
arrange the discus so that those glowing areas are quote unquote highlighted?
Yes, if I understand your meaning.
Yeah, so they sit in the
You can also
Yeah.
experiment and see what happens. But yeah, basically the question is, just to make it simple, is we'll break it down. So for the metal disc, how are you orienting it? Are you having the brightly lit pie slice at the north, or the dimly lit pie slice at the north, or some other slice?
the brightly lit first.
Okay. And then for the other one, for the crystal disc, how would you like that oriented?
Is this thing like 2 compasses?
There's definitely 2 discs and 2 needles, so kind of seems like that.
Okay.
I guess place the crystal one towards the other that's lit.
So the dimly lit one.
Yeah.
Okay. So you assemble it that way, and then close the lid. And again, if you remember, there's a ring of glass around the edge that if you look down in now, you can see the needle that's sitting on top of the crystal disc very clearly through that glass ring in the top of the case. And then the other needle that's sitting on top of the metal disc, you can also see, but it's kind of obscured because you're looking through the crystalline disc at it. Does that make sense?
So does that imply that if I flip it around, I'll see something else? Or is it
What
not
do you-
see-through because it's steel?
What do you mean by flipping it around?
Upside
Maybe-
down.
Yeah.
Oh, the bottom of it is
While
just
it's
metal.
still okay. Okay.
Yeah. Opaque.
So it's just, the whole thing is a metallic, except for that one ring of glass around the outside edge of the top.
And the crystal disc, obviously.
Well, that's mostly obscured by metal, like when the thing is closed.
Oh, you're saying the outside surface. I gotcha.
Yeah.
The
basically-
metallic disc and the crystal disc are identical, right?
Metallic one's just a little bit smaller in circumference and diameter.
But as far as the inscriptions on them, the
Yes.
primordial. Okay.
Yep. And the same one on the same pie slice on each one is glowing brightly, and the same one is glowing dimly on each of them.
Okay, so the bottom one is facing north, the glowy part. Is the top one, when you fold it down, does it also face north?
Well, so far we've only been talking about the orientation of the discs.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The glowy part of the top one, does it line up with the other glowy one?
Well, so Jeff made the metallic glowing brightly facing north, and the crystalline glowing dimly facing north.
So when you close it, they're both facing north?
The dim for the crystal and the bright for the metallic are facing north.
Okay.
And so what you see when looking down at the top of the compass is that the needle on the top, so on the crystalline compass, is pointing north. It's west northwest. And I can draw a little arrow on the Nolzur's map here to give you an indication of where that's pointing, if it'll let me. Since I have so many fucking drawings on this thing. So that's the direction of the needle that's sitting on top of the crystal compass, or the crystal disc. You can see the needle further down, the one sitting on top of the metallic disc, which is the brightly glowing pie slice, is pointing in this direction. Nope, that's not correct. No, that's roughly correct. Yeah. Yep. Probably only have
based on we don't have it. It's only a compass that's been reading. We don't know. We only know that it's west southwest.
Right. Yeah.
Okie dokie.
And so basically, if you haven't gathered it yet, it seems like whatever that arrow is pointing to, like the one that's pointing to the north or the west northwest, that's the crystal disc, is pointing in the direction of whatever that dimly lit pie slice is indicating. And the other one is pointing in the direction of whatever the brightly lit pie slice.
What does the dimly lit one say?
Damn it.
I'm primordial languages.
Did you guys know this? Someone's got it in their notes, right?
Yeah, epic. It wasn't my thing. I didn't write it down.
It was all of our things. You were just dead.
Technically, I was dead, so I wasn't there for that.
Technically.
I'm trying to find it, but I can't find where I wrote it down.
The brightly glowing one is creation and destruction. And the dimly glowing one is memory and foreknowledge.
Here's a question for you, Epic.
Okay.
When we were in Yorick's office, was the one piece that we had, was it still pointing in this exact same direction?
for that. Oh boy. You had the crystalline disc, right?
Yes, we had the crystalline before.
For what? Sorry.
I think he had the metal one, and we gave him the needle.
No, we gave
No.
him the rods.
Yeah.
He had the crystal one. We got the
Oh,
metal one
okay.
from Philip.
Right. Okay.
You had the crystalline one. I'm gonna have to look at notes. Notes. This wasn't too long ago, was it?
No, it wasn't. Southwest. It said Southwest. It's in the session before last one.
Yep. So for this, make a perception check. The
Okay.
DC is 30.
Then it's impossible.
Well, maybe without magic.
Yep. That's 12.
Generally, it looks like it's pointing in the exact same direction.
Okay, cool.
But we still don't know for sure, since it's only speculation, because we don't know what it's pointing to. If it is pointing to what these things are inferring to, we can only assume. But we also don't know why two different needles at this point either.
If anyone would like to make an Arcana, or I will probably allow religion on this.
I'll do religion. It'll be shit, but I'll try.
Maybe history as well. Yeah. History, Arcana, or religion.
That was not the right thing I wanted to click on. Ignore that roll.
Performance.
I don't know why it clicked on that.
19s, 2 19s.
Basically, what I want to do is just sit there and try and hold my necklace and commune with my goddess to try and figure out why she told me to get this thing. But I'm getting nothing.
So, Janeth, your study of arcane objects and Lairdrin, your connection with, I guess, logic at this point kind of points out a possibility of this object to you, and that there's a repetition of twos within it. 2 discs, 2 Kethia, 2 pie slices glowing. One dimly, one brightly. One possibility that occurs to you that seems like it has some traction is that the glowiness being limited to just 2 of the pie slices might indicate a relative distance to the thing, as in the pie slice that is glowing the brightest is the closest thing. And the one that is glowing dimly is perhaps the next closest to wherever these discs happen to be at the time.
So is it based on the discus itself, we assume, instead of like proximity to each other, meaning whatever these pie slices indicate?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, we'll go with that. Yep.
Killing me here.
My brain's already melting from today, so
So
I
in
got
that-
nothing. I got fucking nothing.
So in this case, man, I don't know if this even matters at this point. In that case, what happens if Sajaf keeps the brightly lit where it is, but
Okay.
changes the dimly lit to one of the ones that are just, for lack of a better word right now, because my brain's failing me, just blank,
Not lit up.
not
Because
lit up.
none of them were blank.
Yeah. It doesn't matter which one, so you can decide one random and just to see what happens.
Yeah. So you swap out the crystalline disc, turn it to one of the slices that isn't lit up at all, and the needle points in a different direction. We will say that randomly, it points in the east southeast direction, and this is the pie slice that has the symbols for elements and balance in it. So you definitely get a different reading by changing the orientation of that disc.
Southeast. Primely indicates that it's super close. Damn, it's like sadly further away.
If you make both the needles point to the bright one, what does that do? Like, if you make the crystal one, if you put the crystal one pointing at the, man, it is so hard to explain this.
I mean, if they make both of them point towards the brightly one, that's fine.
Yeah, that's kind of what I meant.
If you do that, both of the arrows point in the same direction.
Oh, okay.
I don't get, and this might just be me, the player, overthinking it. My assumption as to why it's two compasses, it's because if you have one of them already, it should better help you pinpoint the others instead of just being a random compass reading. But that also doesn't make any sense because it would still function as a compass even if you have one of the objects on you and currently being highlighted with either of the plates, discs.
Okay, if you... Yeah, no, never mind. I don't know. I don't know why there's two. I'm not smart. I'm not a smart man. Were we told anything, or was there anything that we like read or researched that might help us figure this out?
You kind of did that check already.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Hey, never mind.
Just as a shot in the dark epic, it might not amount to anything. But now that it is complete, if Sajaf tries to identify it, would it still be the same result that he had the first time when he tried to identify just the disc? That it is beyond his ability to indicate what it is?
I mean, I'll be honest, you guys basically know everything that this object has to reveal at this point.
Okay. So it is a compass that indicates two different things. We might be overthinking it. It might just be two different compasses that show two different things at the same time. We've only seen the same two things lit up, and they haven't changed in brightness at all. It's always been the two pieces, so the proximity for both has always been the same.
Mm-hmm.
What is this?
In the grand scheme of things, we haven't traveled very far, so
No, we haven't. But what still trips me up is exactly that there's two compasses. Like anything I try to
The
think
only
of,
thing
it
I
doesn't
can-
make sense.
The only thing I can think of is that, like, at some point you want both those arrows to go to the same place. You know? Like, even if you have both discs different or whatever, eventually you want both of the arrows to go to the same place. Like, does that make sense? To, like...
No, because
no, I feel like you're overthinking it.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
The more reasonable thing that I can think of is if you're tracking somebody. So if you're, for example, let's say we start moving towards the brightly one, and we want to keep track of the dimly lit one, but we start noticing that the dimly starts moving. That would indicate to us that even though we're traveling, that the other one is on the move. But as of right now, since we don't know what these indicate in the first place,
Yeah, we
it
don't know
means
what they
nothing
are.
to us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So at some point, we're going to have to find one of these things, and the obvious thing is that we
Figure out
have to
what the
start with the
fuck it
brightly
is.
one.
God, I gotta go back in the session notes and see what the hell Yorick said before all this stuff. Wait. It says, pointer to intersections.
Mm-hmm.
We are supposed to be using them to point both the arrows towards the same thing because we have to find the intersection of the glowy one and the less glowy one. We want to find the point where they intersect, I guess. That makes way more
What?
sense. So they're like two different objects.
But if we're
But-
pointing both of them at the same place, it wouldn't do that. It would have to be like we have it right now, that there's two currently being pointed to. Because if we're finding an intersection, it doesn't make sense to point it to the same plane.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's making my brain hurt.
I think you were on the right track. You were just
All I know is I was looking at the notes and it said pointer to intersections, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense. And then I thought about it more, and it made my brain hurt.
unless each one is an well, each one would be an intersection, right?
Would it? Oh yeah, because it's two things. Because each
but for
thingy
it
has
to-
two.
Potentially.
But for it to be an intersection, it has to cross over something.
Yeah, but each disc has two things on it.
Yeah, creation and destruction.
Yeah,
Memory
that's what
and
I mean.
foreknowledge.
That's what I mean. So maybe it already has the intersections?
So
What
that
do you-
goes back to going to the brighter one because it's closer.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it would. Yeah, 'cause it would still point to where these intersections for these two, at this point, laws of the world indicate to. Like, it's still, like Larry just said, it's still going to these locations to see why the creation and destruction is where it is, or what it is, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's still, we have to be at the place where they would indicate. And at that point, and we might notice if we do go that route, how do we know we're there? Will the compass just start spinning wildly, like if we're in the north or south pole, because we're on top of the pole, so it doesn't know where to point to?
Yeah, one way to find out.
Yeah. Okay, so now the actual important question, Epic.
Mm-hmm.
Can we disassemble it?
Yeah. You find it's very easy to open up and take apart.
Okay. And if you need more time to decide this, let me know and we can come back to it later. But if we start dancing around each of the pie slices just to see the current alignment of direction that they are at, would that be something you can give today?
Can you say that again, please?
So, like how I put it on the random one and elements in balance, we know it's somewhere east and southeast. Like, can we like put it in every one of these individual slices just to see which direction they're pointing to?
Sure, yeah. But you have to take the notes on this, okay?
Yeah, I already have on the side.
You put in the one that... Oh, God.
I'm gonna be right back while you go over this.
Sure, sounds good.
So helpful.
You're welcome.
This is from the top. The one that says Cosmos and Order on it, that one points nearly due south. The one that is Destiny and Chance points south-southwest. I gave you elements and balance, right?
Yep.
And life and death points east-northeast.
And the ones we know are creation, destruction, west, southwest, memory, plus 4, which is west, northwest. Let me make this prettier. And given the direction that we've been traveling since we noticed them being lit up, it still stands that, like Plagiarism said, it's still that these are the two nearest to us. And then the brightly one hasn't changed either. So it just means that we're getting really close. Hmm. The two compasses thing is gonna fuck me up. Because I feel that one will be more important the moment that we find one of these things. But there has to be a penalty, so to speak, to not having both compasses with us. But obviously we don't know. And at this point, I can safely say that that's also Jeff would have been interested in finding out, because, like the player, he has also found a dead end until we find one of these indicators, what it is, what it means in the first place. So there's nothing else to do. Because the only thing I can think of, and that's just research things, is him trying to find information as to legends or lores. Some might say legend lore, haha, about
Yeah.
the specific, like, what would be the intersection of creation and destruction. Because my player feeling, this is not Sajaf thinking, especially what we heard Aiden not share with us, is that the gods want to come to Erelor again. And it might be the fundamental point where the essence of creation and destruction meet, and it would be the closest point to access whoever domains intersect with creation and destruction. But again, we won't know until we get there.
Just remember that creation and destruction are in one pie slice, and then
Yeah,
we got the other one that's glowing is memory and foreknowledge.
and foreknowledge. And so,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, no, I'm just rambling at this point because I'm pretty sure we're at the point where we're just waiting for the next day to happen.
Yep,
Yeah,
I think
I'm
so.
back.
So everyone will take a long rest as you sleep through the night, and the morning comes, and Kobold awakes with the sun, and we'll take a break.
Okie doke.
So now that you're back, Ellie, we'll take a break.
Yeah, great. It's fine. I had no input on that because this shit's over my head.
Puzzles, yay!
Yeah, my brain hurts.
No, I mean you did have input and it was helpful, so give yourself some credit.
My input was reading the notes. That was it. That was my input.
That's helpful.
Yeah.
There's lots of notes.
There's a lot of them.
to spell something to bring today. Only it matters.
All my everything is back. Yay! I don't gotta do spells. Mine are all chosen the moment I level up. Welcome back.
Thanks. Be right back.
Whoa.
Already?
Are we waiting on Ozzy?
I'm here.
Good to go.
We
Oh,
all
but,
here.
We are here indeed. Oh, did you guys have a good rest? Cramped as it was.
It beats being outside.
Oh, that it does, that it does. Warm by the fire. Fires. So, are you going to venture into the forest today to find your friend?
I think so.
Yeah, that's what's the plan is.
White tree, crumbled tower, waterfall.
Yep. I guess we'll just head into the forest east from here, right?
Pack rations. I'll take care of Aiden's.
Aiden's got mine, so
Yeah, so I'll subtract 2 from
two
his.
from his, yeah.
All right, you guys head out. Back down to the main road, and then kind of follow it. Follow
Thank
it
you,
east.
Kobolda.
Oh, you betcha. Anytime, feel free to stop by. I could always use more tales from Zarzith.
I will do. Just ask the questions you may have, if you have any.
And eventually you find yourself at the edge and stepping into High Shallow Haunt.
Did we grab a stone from around her property? Or something?
I didn't say I did, so I didn't. Take one now from the front of the forest.
And as you step in, it's like your eyes kind of deceive you a bit as the trees seem to bend and warp in strange ways. You kind of shake your head. It's in a cloud a little bit.
Aid goes on myself, Aiden, and Sajath.
Honey, Aodin, and Sajath.
Yep.
And so, what do you do?
Head into the east.
Are looking for the white tree.
Yeah.
White leaf tree.
Okay. As you're stepping in, let's go ahead and make a group perception check.
Question about my perception today in this area. Is it at a disadvantage?
Inside this place, you cannot see your shadow. So you are good to
I'm
go.
good. Okay, cool. Thank you. Doesn't matter anyways. That's a 14.
Very solid 3.
Solid, solid.
What did Aiden roll?
What did Aiden get?
Aiden got a natural 20.
God damn,
Okay.
Aiden.
And so you trudge through this forest, tripping up on vines and tree roots from time to time. But after about an hour, you do begin to see through the limbs of these twisted and gnarled trees one that has white leaves.
Okay, we have to go northeast from here.
You know, when she said white tree, I thought it was gonna be the bark, but this works.
Northeast from here to a crumbled tower. Which way is
So you
northeast?
begin walking. Does anyone actually have a compass?
I do have a navigator's kit, which should include a compass.
Cool.
Let me double check. It makes sense that it does.
It probably does. We'll say it does.
It just, instead of instruments used for navigation at sea.
Let's go ahead and do another group perception check to look for the old stone tower.
Okie dokie. That is the same number.
That is not the same number.
I rolled better this time, guys.
Alright, so I drop
You did roll
15
better.
and a 10 and get a 14 and an 11. The average of that is 12 and a half.
Wait, what did Aiden get?
A 15.
Ah. Cool, cool, cool.
So trudging in this direction for a little over an hour, you do not find any sight of the stone of a crumbled old stone tower. Everyone, please make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy. Are we within whatever feet of Aiden?
You guys can be.
Yeah.
Hmm. 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 Can't even add the plus 10 because it's still a natural 1, so I'm just gonna take whatever happens to me.
So, Sajath, the whatever it is about this place, it has gotten to you more than everyone else. It seems, and like the trees are shifting and waving, and your vision is just kind of going a little bit blurry. Almost like you're looking at an underwater scene, as everything's just kind of swaying back and forth. And from this point on, you have disadvantage on all ability checks.
Ooh.
So, would you all like to continue looking for the old stone tower?
Yes. Probably. I mean, what else are we gonna do? Yeah, Stone Tower.
All right, another group check.
It's not great.
Okay.
Hold on. It's supposed to be a disadvantage.
It won't matter unless you get a natural 1.
Yeah,
But-
I'm being fair.
Okay. Another hour goes by. Please make another wisdom saving throw, please.
We didn't find anything again?
Did not find any evidence of an old crumbled tower.
Jesus.
What's it, a +4?
Yeah, I think it's +4.
Take my chances with a 15.
Laird,
Even with a +4? God damn.
your vision has also become markedly more blurry and wavy. And you, like Sajath, have disadvantage on ability checks.
It's going great, guys. We haven't even gotten to the second thing yet.
Aiden stumbles quite a bit too. He is under the same effect.
Great. It's gonna go great, guys.
Half full. Shut up.
I will cast Enhance Ability at 3rd level on myself and Sajath.
Okay.
Actually, Alani and Sajath. God damn it.
I don't know what it does, so.
Owl's Wisdom. Advantage on Wisdom checks.
Ah. Who are you doing it on?
Trying to decide that. Give me
Okay.
a second.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Alani and Sajath.
So, Lonnie, you have advantage on wisdom ability checks, and Sajath, your disadvantage on ability
Traits.
checks is negated.
Yep.
For wisdom checks.
Okay.
The HP roll was just automatic, so don't pay attention to that.
Yeah, that's if we choose Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just ability modifiers too, right? It's just abilities. Not
Ability
saves.
checks. That's what you're trying to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wisdom check.
Okay, got it.
Okay, what are you doing now?
Do we keep looking for the tower, guys? Or do we just
Give it.
start trying to go east?
I mean, we shouldn't head east if we haven't seen the tower. That's just in the recipe of getting further lost.
Okay, yeah, find the tower.
Wait. Looking.
Keep looking for the tower.
Okay. Another group perception check, please.
You guys have rolled good this time.
I did not.
Man!
After an hour of continued searching, you still find no evidence of an old crumbled tower. Later during your spell fades. And everyone please make a wisdom saving throw.
With plus words for 13. Yeah, fuck it. Let's see what happens.
So Jeff and Aiden, this place is really starting to get to you. You take 2 points of exhaustion.
Jesus Christ!
Did not expect it to be exhaustion. What the fuck? There's gonna be saving throws first or some shit. Fuck. Two levels of exhaustion do again.
-2 to all D20 tests and -5 to your speed.
I think we need to get the fuck out of here.
Well, I can do what I did again for 3 of us. Hope that we can find this tower.
This is only the second thing. We need to find 4 more things after this.
Yeah, but what else can we do? We have to keep going.
I'll cast Enhance ability at 4th level on myself, Aiden, and Sajath.
Okay. Disadvantage for wisdom checks is negated by that for those 3. And another group perception check, please.
Oh my god.
With a natural 1, that's an automatic failure.
What did you say the new group check thing works? If one of us gets a natural 1, it auto fails. If we get a natural 20, we all succeed. But what's the average thing? Is it like normal average?
Drop highest and lowest, average
Oh.
of the middle 2.
That's kind of.
Ooh. The rolls have not been good. Except for the first one.
Like half of them are at disadvantage.
We gotta go. We
Negated by
gotta get out of
enhance
here.
ability.
This exhaustion's gonna kill us.
Please make wisdom saving throws.
Yeah. How do you plan on getting out of here?
Walk.
I'm going to use the ring of whatever the fuck it's called to add +10 to my save.
A 15 succeeds.
Mine's a 14 with Aiden's shit.
Could I have used my ring of whatever the fuck to change that 1 to a 10?
Not at this point.
Beautiful.
Alani, your vision now
At
matches
14?
everybody else's.
God damn it.
Yeah, after the CS 15.
And after another hour, the enhance ability fades once more. Yeah, everybody else is good.
I can do it again for 3 of us, but that'll be my last time.
No, I don't know if it's worth it.
Our other option is teleporting out of here. Or attempting to. Because if we can't find the tower, what makes you think we can find our way out?
Exactly. We can at least try one last time to at least locate the tower.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna cast it 4th level again. for Aiden, myself, and Sajeth.
Okay. So Alani will have disadvantage
Yep, the normal.
on this next perception check. Let's go ahead and do it. Jesus Christ, that was almost a 17.
A 7 and that's 14. Yeah, like, what, 11?
Yeah, it's never gonna be enough. With how badly we're rolling, it's never
That
gonna be enough.
sucks. I mean, it doesn't matter how bad we're rolling. It's the point is the average.
Dun, 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 dun. Another hour goes by, and this place is really starting to get to you. Please make wisdom saving throws.
This is a disadvantage.
No, this is straight
Saves,
rolls.
saves are
Okay.
fine.
No. Let's see how fucked up I am now. God, this fucking sucks.
Yeah, this straight sucks.
So Jath and Aiden now have 4 points of exhaustion.
Yeah, we gotta leave. We gotta
The
leave.
rest of you are okay.
If I had lesser restoration on them both,
That cures 1, right?
That's only one. Yeah.
It does.
So here's the bad news, gang. I didn't think I need the fucking staff today. So I need to reattune to it. And that's 2 hours.
Can we put the hut up and see if that negates whatever the fuck is happening in here and you can attune? Maybe?
I mean, we can try. So Jeff will attempt to put up the dome and then attempt to unattune to something to reattune to the staff. Unless someone happens to have a spot open so they can attune to a staff instead.
I
Does
don't.
any spellcaster.
No, I don't. I have my cloak, I have the Vodzern, and I have my loot strings. And loot, technically.
Aiden's full up too.
Alright, 2 hours.
Are you slot casting this?
What do you mean?
Your tiny hut? Are you slot casting it, or are you ritual?
I don't have it
He has to ritual cast it.
I have to ritual cast it.
Okay.
The best that I can do is use my quick cast to make it a minute instead of 11 minutes. So I'll probably do that.
Alrighty. The dome goes up. The area inside of the dome does not seem to wave and be distorted. Like you look at each other inside the dome and the ground, and everything seems to be like normal.
Seems to
You can
not
still
make me
see-
nauseous. Great.
Right. You can still see out the dome, and it still looks wavy and everything, but inside the dome, it's something about the dome seems to be blocking that particular effect, and your mind seems still muddled, but perhaps shielded from whatever the fuck is happening out there. Whatever influence this area has.
The area this influence has is called suck.
And over the 2 hours
Mm-hmm.
that Jeff takes to unattune and reattune, your condition does not seem to worsen.
Thank
If you would,
God.
the rest of you would like to take, well, I guess Sajath, you can also take a short rest. Since you can do these things, you can definitely do so. And I think a short rest reduces exhaustion by one once per
Yep.
day.
Yep.
So you guys are down to 2.
Then once I am attuned, make everybody hold hands and attempt to teleport out using 4 charges. Using the waypoint from the rock I picked up from the front of the forest.
All right. So using that rock, you teleport out. I'm just going to use this map. And go ahead, and I'm going to roll this. Yay, I get to roll this. What is it? Oh, the caster rolls 1d4. I don't get to roll it. You roll it. 44.
Each die expended, so there we go. Huh. High roll. Ow.
Ow.
I know the staff hurts you, so I'll just cure wounds you basically immediately. And that's a 8.
Seems like you guys are safely out of the forest and back at the entrance to it. You still feel tired. Your brain still feels muddled. But it's not getting worse.
We're gonna need an actual game plan for this.
Yeah,
Even,
sorry guys.
even
I
with
feel
a
like
direction to go, we.
I kind of was late reacting to how that was affecting us.
I mean, unless there's a way to shield ourselves from the effects somehow, I don't think we're gonna be able to go in there. Because first we have to get to the tree with the white leaves, then we have to get to the crumbled tower, then we have to get to the stream, then we have to get to the triple waterfall, and then north of that is where we find his house. That's a long way to go with how that place was fucking with our brain.
Pleasure used up a lot of resources just now, just to make it back outside.
Yeah.
I have no way to help when we're inside. If anything, I'm the biggest hindrance.
You're not. You helped
Yes, I
more
am.
than I did. I don't have anything.
You have better eyesight than I do, Alani.
I think we have about the same in there.
Perception.
Oh, only slightly.
best we can do is go back up to our contact and see if she has any additional tips that she can give us. Not like we can attempt it again tonight.
Yeah, we definitely aren't gonna try that again today. Which has me worried that the Udalots and Tullian went in there and they're just...
Not our concern right now, Nalani. I understand, but not our concern right now.
Not something to worry about at the moment.
Especially
There's
if
no
they
way
got
to know.
lost, like you're insinuating, there's no way to find them.
I know there's not.
Let me get back to the hunt.
Back to Kabul. I got it.
Back to Kabulda's hut. All right.
Yep.
Hour-long trek or so back up to the hut. There's a light in the window. Dark now. Knock on the door.
Kabulda, we failed.
Oh, goodness! Did the forest get to you?
Oh, it got to us. It got to us real good.
Well, at least you got out. Did you find your friend, at least?
No.
No? Oh.
We hardly got an
We found the
hour
tree
in.
with the white leaves, and that's it. And then we were lost.
Oh, that's a shame. I'm sorry to hear that. Come inside. Warm yourselves by the fire. I'll make up some tea.
Do you happen to know a way to shield ourselves from the effect of the forest or something?
Oh boy. I'm afraid I don't.
Do you have any idea of who might?
Well, I do remember some tale of some old druid that lives inside the forest. He might know something.
It's not exactly helpful to get to him.
Sorry, yes, a misplaced joke, I guess.
Sorry, we're a little on edge. Feels like we almost lost ourselves.
By happenstance, do you happen to, like, I know you've said that you haven't been into the forest, but have you in the past that you may have something from one of the further on locations, like from the waterfall?
Oh, the only thing that I think I have is just some mushrooms that I harvest from the forest edge. Like I said, I don't like going into that place. It makes me dizzy.
That's fair. I understand. Just thought I'd ask.
I'm still dizzy from that place. Do you happen to know anything about west of here?
Oh, yes. What are you interested in?
The chapel?
The old ruined chapel.
Yeah.
Old Raven Queen chapel. I have been there.
What do you know about it?
Well, apparently it's haunted by some tortured soul from a long, long time ago. It's basically in ruins. If you go there, watch out for the graveyard. It can rack your mind with ancient echoes, sort of like that forest.
Fantastic. I really love that.
Also, there's a bunch of pools of water around the chapel. They're strange, difficult to navigate through, and The reflections in the water don't match what's above and around them. It's interesting. The area around the chapel is very dark, but the reflections in the pool are bright and vibrant and seem to show the trees full of life. Also the vines. Watch out for the vines. They infest that place and they're aggressive and rather vicious. They're not just passive.
In the chapel, there are vines.
Around the chapel, and they've grown over all the ruins. Dangerous place. I've seen people come and go from there. Skeptical of their intentions. I find myself usually to be reverent to gods in general. I think it's sad that that chapel is decrepit and apparently desecrated. I just wonder what those people are doing there.
I don't really know much about that either. Do we know much about that? There are people going there? What kind of people?
You have heard from Durfel. People
Durfel
have gone
people
there.
have gone there?
Not Durfel's people, but some Oodalots and some of the
Right, okay.
whatever the guards are called. I can't remember. The Argent.
We heard about them
whatever.
from Durfel.
Yeah, I heard from Durfel. It's mostly Ardent Blades, and he believed that something going on there is what's causing the bitch to
dropping off
hold
big
power.
sacks of gold and chests of gold at the entrance to the
right.
place.
Okay. And this is where we've heard that there is the thingamajig.
Aurum Vorax.
That one.
Yep.
Look, I'm going to be honest. There's no guarantee that the staff will recharge fully, and if we get lost again inside, it's not good for any of us.
Yeah.
And it's still the matter of we have to return to base end before a full week has passed. We've already used up 2 days.
Yeah.
I can? I thought I couldn't until...
What do you mean?
He's responding to my DM.
Yeah, I thought I couldn't until next level.
You are level 8.
I'm confused.
I mean, if you'll allow it, that's your ruling, but I thought it wasn't until level 9.
Level 8. It says it in your wild shape feature. Level 8. I reminded Ozzy he can fly now.
Oh.
Well, this resource that I'm using for wild shapes is not good then. It says 9th level aerial wild shapes.
What resource are you looking at?
World Anvil one.
World Anvil.
I don't know, I just googled Circle of the Moon Druid.
Use your character sheet. All druids at level 8 can transform into beasts of CR1 at least. You can do higher.
Yeah, because yours
Because
is
you're
divided by 3.
Level 8.
And
Huh.
it can have a flying speed.
Well, I was misinformed.
Damn it, guys! Know your character sheets. Know your character sheets. I
Okay, what
design around your character sheets.
Okay, what part of my character sheet allows me to just make myself the better Dragonborn?
Well, I could fly us.
So here's the actual question. We have seen a giant eagle, but on the top of the table, giant eagle is only able to carry 2 people?
480 pounds.
So 2 people.
2 people. Well,
Probably Alani and Sajath, or most likely just Aiden. Since
Yeah,
he weighs like 800 pounds.
I don't know. Are we taking into account what we are carrying?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
then no, it's only one of us then. So Jeff is tall, so he's 200 pounds, and I have over 100 pounds of shit on my person.
Yeah, that would basically be just one of you then. Yep.
yeah,
So
with
doesn't
my weight and my stuff, I'm like 190-ish.
You guys can do this. You guys can do this. What does an eagle have?
I don't fucking know.
You're right. A marsupial pouch. You're right. It does have one.
Advantage on perception checks.
Okay, I get, bro. What do you want us to do about it? Like, if you can roll with advantage and still roll like ass. And if the eagle rolls the highest, that roll gets eliminated.
Yeah, it just gets
It
deleted.
might not be a group check though. It might if it's only him that's flying. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but like also that leaves half the group behind though.
Okay, all right. I will step you through this time. If Laergian turns into a giant eagle and finds the place within the forest.
I thought this was all canopy,
Okay.
so you can't see into the forest even from above.
Don't make that assumption.
It's a forest! What do you mean don't make that assumption?
It's
I
a
come from a
forest
tropical
with
island
a bunch of
and it's
bare
all
trees.
forest.
Like
It's kind of an unprecedented situation because one, I didn't know that I could have flying forms. You didn't add it to my forms or discuss any of that with me, so I had no idea.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take the hit on not adding the giant eagle to your forms, but that's something you could have done too.
Guys, let's go kill
Yeah, but I'm a
something
new
that
player,
gives.
man. I don't know what I can and can't do.
Guys, let's go kill something that gives us about 2,000 experience. I'll grab polymorph and we'll have 2 giant eagles.
Well, I have polymorph too. God damn it.
Oh shit!
Oh.
I'll walk you through this right here, Laerdrin. Just so you can do this. There is a tick box in your extras. I'll post it in the campaign 2 chat. That will at least filter down to some stuff. To what that little tick box that says filter using Wild Shape 2014 rules.
Yeah, I did that.
It'll filter down to the stuff that you could get for your level. All of the possibilities. And then if you wanted to discuss something with me about, hey, can I have this? Can I have that? Then you can definitely do that.
Okay. I definitely would have had I known, but yeah.
Okay, so what Jeff said still applies, that we can give it one more try, but we shouldn't invest too much time on this. Like, now we know how bad it gets, so now we can be a little bit more prepared. So let's take the conjoint L, DM included. and let's give it a proper shot next time. Be it like, if we are going still all together, what Lairdrin can do is shut up, phone. Give enhanced ability to the two of us, and then turn into an eagle. He'll have the concentration active on us, so at least for that first hour, we'll be able to at least guarantee the first checkpoint.
Why don't
Or-
I wild shape into a giant eagle, polymorph one of you into a giant eagle, we each carry one, and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, because then two of us get the advantage, right? For how long does polymorph last? An hour?
Polymorph fifth.
Yes, concentration up to an hour.
Okay, so then two of us have advantage, and the two people riding are just straight rolls.
Eagle. UNT fifth. What's your stats, bud? Aside from good perception, are you smart? Not very. But if Aiden can be convinced to follow a plan, so can a giant eagle.
Yeah, they're reasonably intelligent creatures, so yes.
Erlen was very
They're
smart,
not,
guys.
They're not
Okay,
bats
but
trying to
you
get bread.
get where I'm going. If for some reason it was
Yeah.
like stupid, I'm like, oh, mice.
I get you. I get it.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna have to wait until the morning anyways.
Yeah. Huck to on this bitch.
Are you staying another night here with me?
Yes.
If you'll allow us.
Oh,
If
yes,
that's
just trade me some good stories from Zarzeth Kittrell.
Let's see. This time, the Jaff will talk about. Let me double check the name of the fucking thing in the middle of the fucking lake. We'll talk about the lakes themselves and what they contain, kind of thing. Wait, was that there before, or am I stupid? Hold on.
Was what there before?
Don't worry about it. It might have been that I didn't really attach anything to it until something happened. Anyways, he'll talk about the lakes. He'll start with Lake Sarksif. He'll start covering the odd spire that ends with a temple to Bahamut to the top that has been theirs for as long as anybody seems to remember, for the most part. And he'll talk about the legend that inspired the creation of it, talking about how the spire rose after a heavy battle against a dragon god versus a dragon demon devil, but not Tiamat in this instance. And the only thing holding it back is the presence of the temple itself sitting atop of this odd spire. In that same lake, he'll cover briefly a legend of the very ancient and old king Ikjef, where it seems that long, long ago, based on these perpetual battles with this dragon that was trying to basically destroy everything, sunk his holy fleet. And that was the main turning point that both ended up deciding the fates of Sarks of Catril as a whole, and also the fate of the dragon devil that ended being sealed, as we all found out, in the lovely mountain, I believe, in Kozunahal. Could be wrong. Don't remember much. I don't want to look it up right now.
Buddha is enthralled
All right.
by your stories.
he then will switch briefly to Catril. Catril being the lake that actually feeds into the rivers that leads all the way to the Bay of Souls, near where we are, through different mouths of rivers and other inlets that cross over. The main tidbit that he gives is more akin to that Lake Catril is the lake that all of Sarks of Critchel, for the most part, has their intake of water from, being controlled by a panel and a assembly? That's not the word. I'm gonna say assembly anyways. Of high personnel tied to the Empire itself, which he mentions that his mother was one of them, like among the higher echelons, if not the top two. And he keeps it brief and just says like random tidbits about what's found in terms of flora and fauna.
All right. Kobolda gets you tea. And you all go to sleep. Get a long
I'm
rest.
gonna stay up a little late tonight and look at the moon and basically I'm just gonna pray and ask for guidance and for protection for us in our attempt to go into this horrible forest again tomorrow. And basically she'll just stare at the moon for a while and then go to bed.
Slight regret.
Nice. And your staff.
Yes, I regret. Alright, let's recharge 2 and then the ring is max.
Very good, Alani. You come back inside after your prayers. Get a long
Cool.
rest again. All of your conditions are cleared. No disadvantage on ability checks anymore.
Told myself if I rolled a 10 or above, I would go outside and practice flying at night. But I rolled an 8, so I did not do that.
Okay.
On my end, because the staff is no longer fully charged, I'm not going to stay attuned to it, so I'm going to change that attunement again.
Okay. So another couple of hours there.
Yeah. Before bed, if anything.
Do you roll that at the end of a long rest?
What? At the... Oh, wait, hold on. Do you need to be attuned to reclaim the charges?
Daily each dawn is when that recharge occurs on the staff. All right. So, Sajath, are you attuning to something else or just unattuning from that?
I mean, nothing I have is honestly useful. Let's say I keep it open. I just unattune. Something
Okay.
happens that we need to take a short rest, then I'll attune to something. Then
I'm showing your Avengers Gilder, the pendant of anti-charm, and the veil bands attuned right now on your shared character sheet.
I just unclicked the veil bands, which is what I would have swapped.
Okay, alrighty. So just 1 hour then. Kobolda, in the morning, probably during this extra time, makes herself breakfast, extract a ration, and says, so what will you be doing today?
Trying again.
Yeah.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right?
Sure thing. Well, hopefully we'll be more successful this time.
Yeah, a little bit more of a plan.
I hope so too. I hope you find your friend.
I hope so too.
I hope they're safe.
Me too.
We appreciate your hospitality.
Thank you very much.
Well, good luck.
Yeah, let's go. Who's turning into what?
Well, obviously I am
Yeah.
turning into a giant eagle, and
I would say either me or Aiden should transform into eagles because our wisdom is ass.
yeah, I was thinking Aiden. If you're all right with that, Aiden.
Yeah, sure, whatever, I guess.
The rest of you agree.
I don't know. I think it would be like, I don't know, man. What's it involve like turning into an eagle? Like, what do you mean?
What do you mean, turn me into an eagle?
Am I
We're
gonna
gonna
have an
stay an
eagle
eagle?
brain?
Am I gonna be able to come back?
Oh my god.
Well, anyways, yeah. Let's turn him into an eagle.
Yep.
Actually, no.
So-
That might be. Hold on.
What's his wisdom modifier?
I
0.
think he's at +0, just like
0?
me.
So it's the same? Okay. Does he have anything for perception? At all?
Well, hold on. He does have higher saving throws because of it, and I think he loses his aura if he's polymorphed.
Ooh, yeah, don't do that.
So make me into an eagle in case that's how it works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because he
I
would
think
have the
that's
higher wisdom save in case we need to roll for that.
Yeah, that's a better plan.
Because my only benefit would have been like, oh, I can increase my my roll by 10. Haha. All right, I'm eagle.
I go with suggest Aiden go with you, or you want to swap?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
All right. So I'm wild shaping into a giant eagle. Little green tinged feathers.
Okie dokie. Very nice.
And I climb on Suggest's back or whatever. I don't know how it works with giant eagle.
So Sajath is carrying Alani, and Leodrin is carrying heavy Aiden.
Almost get past here.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Okay, I assume you are heading in the direction of the forest.
Yes.
Yep.
And you fly over the edge of the forest. Now, what would you like to do? Flying over the top.
Find the tree with white leaves. Or do we want to just skip to the tower? How do you guys want to do this?
Oh,
I'm an eagle.
I'll talk to Leodrin in eagle form, but like even dumber.
And we can say that you would have strategized about what you wanted to do before
Exactly.
you transformed. So.
Come on, can we?
No, Alani by herself decides.
Oh my god. It's not fair.
The face of the party in the first place.
I mean,
The
we can look
face
for
didn't
the.
have a good day yesterday with
We can
everybody.
still look for the landmarks. It doesn't matter.
We'll look for the landmarks.
Yeah,
We look for
we
the
can
landmarks.
We can see if the landmarks do split visibly, but if not, we can keep a vague direction to where the final result would be.
You guys tell me with some specificity of what you want to do based on what you know.
Find a druid immediately without any rolls.
Easy clap.
Tree with white leaves. We're going through it, I guess.
I'm hearing conflicting things.
Or find the druid immediately.
Let's just follow what the directions were.
That
And
was
see
tree
if
with
we
white
can-
leaves. That was the first one.
Yeah, I know, but this is the fucking confirmation Epic is saying he needs.
I know.
The more specific, yeah.
Alright, so what is it?
Tree with white leaves.
Okay.
We're looking for our landmarks. Yep.
Make your perception checks. No, you didn't, because you're polymorphed. I'm concentrating on polymorph. Oof. Oof.
God bless. Look at that fucking one, dude. So that's a +4, so 23 perception.
What did he roll? Aiden.
Aiden rolled a 3.
Oof.
Okay, so that's the lowest.
At least it's not a 1.
You do find the tree, and because you are flying, you will be able to do 3 of these within the hour that you are polymorphed.
God.
So you find the tree.
Alright, Crumble Tower, northeast.
I have a second polymorph, so it's not.
Yeah,
But you
yeah,
have
yeah.
to,
But
but you have to turn back into a man, polymorph, then back into an eagle.
That's fine. That'll be our last attempt.
and also we have to. It's a 1 hour in here per wisdom saving throw, I think, from what we were in here last time.
Anyways, here's Wonderwall. 22.
You're above, and the 2 eagles, you can see each other, and there's no waviness up here. The forest below looks wavy, but up where you're flying, the forms of
Wait,
yourselves
why did you
do
get a
not look
33?
wavy.
Because it's rolling 2 dice here, girl. Like, don't question it.
I was wondering why it did it. I didn't know.
8 got a 19.
So 22 and 19.
You find the old crumbled tower between the broken branches of a bunch of trees.
Now we go east to the stream, I shout at the eagles.
All right.
Tipping east.
Call.
Find the triple waterfall. Go ahead and roll your perception checks.
Oh, that's not two different things? Oh.
22 again, but that's a natural
Holy
20 from
shit.
Aiden again.
Aiden got a natural 20, so you are able to follow the stream and see the triple waterfall from above. A beautiful cascading waterfall split into three, falling into a nice clear lake. Though it looks kind of weird because it's wavy. As soon as you spot that, Sajath, you turn back into a dragonborn, and you and Alani are falling down together.
Featherfall. I cast Featherfall on us so that we're falling slowly.
Okay. Falling, falling, falling.
I will follow.
All right, you with Aiden on your back, follow them down.
As soon as they land, I would drop form, polymorph Sajath again, and re-eagle form.
Okay.
Climb back on.
And you fly back up out of the weird, wavy forest.
Yeah.
What next?
North to the hut.
Alrighty,
North to the hut.
make your perception checks.
Yonk.
Wow.
So that's 16.
Wait, he did again?
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, we just need to Aiden to lock in, dude.
Right? We
Yeah,
really did need him to lock in.
The dice were with you this time.
They fucking sure were. We had a bad day yesterday.
So from above, you see a clearing. And within this clearing is a worn down, circular, yurt-like hut.
You're
Yurt. It appears to have a thatched roof. It appears to be in good shape, enough to keep the elements out. There's a little bit of smoke rising from the center of the roof, and there don't appear to be any windows around the sides. There is a wooden door on one side, and it is closed. And yeah, with those of you in eagle form, at the very least, I'll have Aiden and Alani roll perception. But those of you in eagles can see perched on the
There's no way we
edge
rolled the same thing.
of the roof. Four of what look like masses of small twigs that have been formed into the shape of crows or some other medium-sized bird. But they just look like, bunches of twigs that have just kind of been woven together in the shape of birds. Kind of as you're circling above.
I squawk up there, Drin. That looks really odd.
Sorry, what looks odd? I'm being harassed by Trigger. Real life Trigger.
On the top of the hut, there's 4 figures that, for us, we realize it's wooden sticks in the shape of crows. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like gargoyles looking on the side of the hut, right?
Yeah, kind of perched along the edge, sort of like gargoyles, yeah. Not small gargoyles.
Gargoyles nonetheless. But yeah,
Does
I
look
squawked
odd.
at you. That's odd.
Should we
And
just
this
keep
is
an eye
where we
on
need to. Yeah, this is where we need to go. So we should probably land.
Let's land.
You're an eagle.
We're talking in eagle.
Okay. All right. My bad.
We
Eagle
talking.
talk.
Yeah. You want us to squawk the entire time? We can.
That's why I'm not chiming in on this conversation.
The only reason I'm talking is because the language giant eagle is right there, so I can talk to Laird.
I'm stupid. I admit it. Let me go.
However, Alani's just listening to these birds go, "Caw, caw," and I'm just like, wow, this is weird.
Okay, so you guys circle down, and I meant to click on this before.
When we land, I
Wait,
tell
as
them.
you descend and get close to the vicinity, you hear what sounds like crows calling, but it's really rhythmic.
Wait, it sounds rhythmic?
Yeah, and it's definitely coming from the roof line of the hut.
What the fuck?
I'll speak to Laird again in eagle.
I didn't notice the things on the top of the hut, so I'm just like, what the fuck?
Well, now they're sounding out, so you probably hear it still.
I'm just bobbing my eagle head to the rhythm. Listening to Sajath.
Definitely an alarm. So whoever is the actual owner of this hut now knows somebody's near. So probably find a way to let them know. Can he break concentration while still in the eagle, right?
I think you can drop it. Yeah.
I should be able to drop it. Yeah.
Yeah. So he'll tell you instead that turn me back. That way you can keep your second wild shape.
Drop it.
Ah! And I land on Sajath. I was not expecting it.
Those
Alani
crows
is on top of you.
Yeah, she often is. Anyways, he'll point at the crows that are now rhythmically sounding off. I suspect that might be an alarm of some sort. So let it just be on your guard. We don't know what might come from this. And then he'll start approaching what seems to be the entrance of this hut.
Okay. After a couple of minutes, the sound of the crows stops. And
I want to knock on the door.
if you want to do that, you can.
I would like
Come
to
and
knock on the door. That's what I said. I want to knock on the door.
Oh, I
He'll
didn't
be
hear
waiting
that.
for
Sorry.
you.
You knock on the door. It's a hollow sound.
Nope.
No response.
Hello? I saw smoke from your chimney.
No response.
This forest sucks.
I'm gonna push or pull it open depending on which way it goes.
You try to pull first, nothing. Push. The door opens.
Is anyone here?
You see a dark interior with a fireplace in the center that has some embers in it. There's what could best be described as a bed on one side of the hut. Small table on the other. Doesn't really smell that good in here. It smells like dank.
Musk.
Yep.
I'm gonna.
Musk. Body odor. And that table on one side with a smattering of objects. A few pieces of paper.
And does it seem like somebody was in here recently?
The embers of the fireplace will tell you yes.
Okay. Valus? I think that's what your name is. We're looking for a friend of mine who also might have come near here. Don't even know if you're here. We're not here to hurt you or anything. We're just concerned.
Jeff is going to be rummaging through everything that he can find.
Make an investigation check, please.
You got it. If I can find my mouse.
Alani, you hear nothing in response to your vocal queries.
Okay.
Ooh, that was almost a natural 20, but 21 will do.
21, very nice. So it is a smattering of objects of a hermit, basically. Something that sort of resembles a plate, though it's basically just a piece of bark. There's some small animal bones lying around. But you do see on that table on one side opposite the bed a piece of parchment with a note written in common that says, "I've gone north with my new best friend Tulion. Keep watch over the place for me, though the crows can do it as well. Valus."
Wait.
Fuck.
Headed north. Based on the embers being burnt, even if it's an intelligence check that I will most likely have to do, can I guesstimate how ahead they are?
Yeah, go ahead and do that intelligence check. Or nature.
They're actually the same, funnily enough. But I'll be using a charge of the ring for this.
We do have a druid with us who could help you.
Oh. 16.
Based on the state of the embers, the last log was probably thrown on this fire no more than 4 hours ago.
They're at least ahead of us, I want to say about 4 hours. I don't think Lairdren can transform again into a giant eagle. I think 2 is its limit.
Yeah.
Unless we take a short rest.
So we came in. Did we come in around like the middle of the forest, Epic?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then we went northeast, and then we went east, and then we went straight north. So we should be around the edge of the forest, right?
Mm.
Like, could we see the edge of the forest from on top of the eagles?
Yeah, you definitely could have.
How far
Yeah.
were we from the edge?
Based on where you are, I can move the center of the icon. So you're close to the edge, but you're still within the forest. Depending on which direction you go precisely, either towards the coast, like this direction, or pinging this
Gotcha.
direction, it's like maybe 4 hours to get out of it.
Ugh.
This way, it's almost a full day.
Fuck. I'm so regretting not taking polymorph, guys.
You can only say that in hindsight.
Yeah, I know. Should we rest and let Lairdrin get his wild shapes back? I say is I, the player, go AFK real quick.
I will get my wild shapes back, but I will not be able to polymorph anyone.
Because you already used your 2 4th levels.
Yep.
Oh, you guys are in a pickle.
Could we use the Kethia Athenda to keep our bearings?
I mean, it would be the same as a
Seems
compass, and if we know we're heading north.
Mappity schmappity.
Yeah, if you guys are trying to just follow a particular heading, it would probably be a survival check in that case, because you're not looking for something, you're just trying to follow a heading, and with a compass, at least one of you would get advantage. But I'd probably just make it a group check with advantage across the board.
I think that's the only reasonable thing to do.
Yeah, mine is spending the rest of the day here and waiting until tomorrow, so.
But then they'll be ahead by
Yeah.
a day. So we can at least try to make some ground. Because, just hypothetically speaking, Epic, because I do have Locate Creature, and it's 1,000 feet. Would 1,000 feet be 1 hex length away?
Oh God, no.
I know it's not that much. Just being helpful at
1,000
that
feet
point.
is a fraction of a hex. 1 hex is like 6 miles.
And then for sure, about 4 or 5 hours is 1 hex away. So.
What if Aiden was to use Pearl and she and Alani, or whatever combination, and I fly?
What's your flying speed?
80 feet.
I think the horse is 60, which is faster. So it does have merit.
Just to make our travels faster out of here. Maybe gain some ground.
Yeah, that sounds smart.
He does not have Find Steed prepared. 60 feet, you're right. War horse to 60 feet.
He also hasn't been playing with us for the last 3
That is
days of
true,
game time, so
Is Fine
You're-
State for him? Is Fine State for him not innately learned? Because he shouldn't have access to third level spells yet, and that's the base for Fine State. I think it might be innate.
Uh,
Let me open
Fine
his
Steed is second level.
Oh. Oh. I thought it was third.
We could roll for it, just to see if he would have prepared that.
I feel like you would've, because we were talking about traveling, but yeah.
Fuck it, roll for it.
I'm gonna roll a d20. I'll give it a +2 because of that. So, on the die, you'll need an 8 or higher, and he will prepare to find seed.
Okay.
Am I rolling?
I thought that meant
It's up
Sajaz
to
was
you.
rolling.
You have his character sheet, so I thought you
Yeah.
were rolling for it.
It's just a d20, but I'll go ahead and roll. Okay. Yeah, find Steve.
Do we take out?
No, I'm not gonna do that.
All right. So yeah,
Divine intervention of some sort.
yeah.
Don't hate the
Shows
player.
up.
So I'll go with Lairdrin, but leave my compass behind. So that they at least have a way to determine the path north. Because while we're flying up, we shouldn't have an issue determining which way is north. Because we'll be above the canopy.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sound good?
I'll go with Aiden, yeah.
Okay.
I just realized that the fucking scroll where we have our images is wavy.
Yeah. The whole
Just now?
thing is wavy.
Yeah, I hadn't noticed till now.
It's super fucking me up. It's really making me feel nauseous. Like in
I-
real life.
Because unless I'm looking at information, I don't tend to look too deeply in the Forge menu. I'm often looking at my character sheet and in Discord.
So Aiden and Alani are riding Pearl. Is this what I'm getting?
Yes.
Okay.
Why is that an okay? Now I'm concerned.
I mean, it's probably at half speed.
Oh, then that's not good.
Oh, because that is something we should
Why?
have. Carry weight. How much can
Well,
a warhorse carry?
How much can a warhorse carry?
I know.
can I carry Alani and Sajath?
No.
No.
No, you're too heavy.
I'm 200 pounds. He's 200 plus 100. Hold on, let me specifically look at my fucking weight. 103 plus 84.
Strength multiplied by 15, so it's 18 plus or times 15.
That can't be
Oof.
right.
Really?
That can't be right.
That can't be right.
No.
Did
Wait,
you
what?
lose your...
How much can a warhorse carry? I'm so confused now.
Carrying capacity is strength score multiplied by 15. Well, why can a giant eagle carry 480? That makes sense. Larger creatures. Carry free size above meeting double the carrying capacity. Okay, so a warhorse is large, so multiply that by 2.
Oh.
So
So
540.
540. And Aiden has like what, 400 pounds total?
This is wonderful.
Wait.
200.
He has
He's
he has
430. He's
And-
430. So
Okay, so me,
Alani would need to be
Alani,
less than 110.
So it would have to be me and Sajath on the horse
the
and
horse.
Aiden going on the eagle.
Because I am 310 with my equipment, and you said you
I'm
were how much?
187
Okay, that's good.
with everything.
Yeah.
Probably
so-
works out best because navigating out with a compass will give you advantage on your survival check. So go ahead and make that survival check.
Is it just one of us or is it both of us?
Go ahead and both of you.
Okay.
And up above the canopy, Leodrin and Aiden, you have no problem navigating out. It's easy peasy. You can see the edge of the forest.
Wonderbar.
Oh, I didn't roll an advantage. Should I have?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, okay. My bad. I'll just roll it again. Don't worry, it's 16.
16 is good enough. You are able to navigate your way out of the forest over the course of about 4 hours.
And because we're in a forest, we're not going full speed on the horse, right?
Yep.
Makes sense.
So it's actually only about 2 hours then. So in that case, I'll just have you make one wisdom saving throw each.
Okay. Thank God the pony doesn't have to make them.
I think I would prefer it if the pony rolls.
Okay, we're both fucked. Okay, fantastic.
Oh, wisdoms, you said? Sorry. I thought you said another survival.
Oh, I thought that was your wisdom save. My bad.
No. I misheard, and I don't know if I should roll again.
Warhorse is fine. So regardless of which way you guys are trying to point the warhorse, it's like, I know I need to go north. Pearl's
Okay.
like, I know I need to go north. I'm going north.
You can say it's Aiden is directing it, helping them.
That's right. Exactly. Telepathically communicating with Pearl, guiding you guys out until you finish your next long rest, though Alani and Sajath, you will have disadvantage on your ability checks.
Goody.
Okay, so we did agree that the DC was 15. So if I use the ring, I get to 15. So I'll do that. That way I keep it fair. Because my wisdom save is +3, and the ring will give me +10. And that's
Oh,
15.
you rolled survival instead.
Yeah, because I'm an
Okay.
idiot.
Alrighty. Good to go. So just Alani with disadvantage on her ability checks.
Let me find the ring. And
You
Okay.
emerge
Click it.
from the forest.
ring. Where? Oh, there you are. Death Fortitude.
Leodrin, make a perception check with advantage, please.
How long can you stay in animal form? 3 hours?
4 hours.
Oh.
$25.
Huh?
25.
Oh. Basically, what happens with Sajath is Lonnie gets real woozy on this horse. Real fucking woozy.
Please don't puke on the horse.
I'm not puking on the horse.
Just a little bit ahead of you, a little bit north of the forest, Leodrin, you spot 2 people walking. Side by side, heading north and just kind of curving to the west around the north side of the forest.
Is it me and Sajath?
I will.
No.
We're behind. How can we
we're
be us?
behind. Okay. I wasn't.
And it's 2 people, not 2 people on the horse.
Yeah, okay. I'm stupid.
I
A
will
couple
swoop
miles,
back.
a couple miles ahead of where you eventually spot Purple and point where Aiden is able to direct your eyesight to, hey, my horse is right there coming out of the forest. These two people walking are a few miles ahead of them.
A few miles ahead, okay.
Can we full speed it up there at the horse now?
You certainly can.
Fuck yeah. I want to.
Dash, 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 dash.
And they're on an eagle, so they don't even give a shit.
Yeah,
No.
what do you want to do from above, Lairdren?
Let out a giant eagle screech and swoop down towards Sajath and Alani.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
You're being attacked by a giant eagle. I'm not going to do the math here, but eventually you do catch up to this pair, and you recognize Tulia. And there's someone else with him, too. An old, grizzled-looking person. Human
Fayless.
in all appearance, except for some blue skin. Medium length hair, some of it in braids. He's got a beard. And there he is. A little bit younger looking in this photo than I intended, but
It's fine.
the journey sub right now, so I had
Yeah.
through all their stuff. And Tullian turns around and hearing the clop, clop, clop of the horse, the galloping horse. And sees you on top. Calls out to you, Alani! Didn't expect to see you down here.
I've been looking everywhere for you.
And we'll go ahead and pause it there.
Yep.
Pick it up next time.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Swoop de swoop. I can fly.
You certainly can.
I believe I can fly.
I believe I can touch the sky.
Well,